Hello, everyone.
This
I'm
is Papa
Dave.
Davey.
That's
Back to
Benjamin.
laughing.
And now, Benjamin, what are we talking about tonight?
It's the Wong. I figured we could revisit them and discuss the lore and such.
The who?
The Wongs.
And who are they again?
They're from Washaway Troubles. They essentially work as like the supernatural elements into the series.
What do you mean?
You know, remember Target, aka Mushu Wong?
Oh, I didn't know his last name was Wong. You didn't say that.
I did. You just weren't paying
Saying
attention.
that. I was paying attention.
Getting out to that point.
You did not have his name ready last time we talked. You were working on it. So what's the history of the Wongs? And why is Target, is that his name again?
Yes.
Why is he a Wong? How did that happen? And why does that affect him?
Because the Wongs essentially function similar to gods. With them not truly dying, simply being reborn.
Get your feet off. Thank you.
What?
What do you mean being reborn?
Simple. You see, say a woman's child dies in the womb. A Wong, when their body is destroyed, would go to inhabit said dead
Baby's
infant
body and make it alive again?
Yeah.
So they could. So it's kind of like reincarnation.
Yeah, except the child builds, like, everything turns into what the Wong was. It develops over time, of course. Or, you know, because it's an infant.
Mm-hmm.
And infants aren't powerful.
Right. Most of the time. So
in many ways,
interesting kind
these days.
Weird thing. So how many Wongs are there actually if they just reincarnate all the time?
Let's see. If you count the children of the 13 main Wongs, a total of 40.
40?
Yeah.
So there's only 40 actual Wongs that reincarnate all the time.
Yeah. Well, they have achieved the level of immortality to a degree. Some of them,
if you're talking reincarnation.
Yeah. It's only if they do die. They can live for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah. And they have to be very cautious as to, like, if one gains amnesia when they die, they will be reborn without their memories. Be unable to find their way back home.
If they do, explain that again.
Amnesia.
How would they get amnesia?
How does one usually get amnesia? Yeah, through things like severe head injuries and such.
Right. Some kind of trauma.
Yeah.
That makes you forget.
Yeah.
Okay. But how does that make it to where they can't find their way home or whatever?
Because they won't remember they're a Wong.
So what does that mean? They're they just disappear. They never inhabit another body, and they're dead.
Ridiculous. Yes.
It's
the other Wong.
Look at me. Say this word.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Pronounce it correctly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now go on.
Anyway. Like, that doesn't really happen often at all. Did you pay attention? Wongs would often know if another is missing.
But if they've died and their spirit is out there, and it can't remember how to do what it's supposed to do.
Now, that's more of an automatic thing, like a reflex for them.
Okay, so if they have that happen, they get their memories back just by virtue of going into a different body.
They go into a different body, but it doesn't mean they have their memories.
So then what happens to them?
Then it helps definitely on the way to get them back to normal.
From who?
Anything.
And
a
would you have to
wong.
wait until they were born?
Yes.
And wouldn't the
Yes, they have
family
special-
that has the baby not be so accepting of you wanting to take their baby?
This is China, Dad.
Yes, it is. But there is not a mother out there that doesn't want to take care of their child.
James O'Barr would gladly disagree with you on that. His mother was an alcoholic and abandoned around an orphanage. She didn't even know his birthday. Can you believe that?
Who?
James O'Barr.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy who wrote The Crow. You know, the comic books.
Interesting.
It was involved in making the movie.
Yeah, but that's a horrible situation that's very, very rare.
Yeah, I'm trying to point out, that stuff like that could happen.
Yeah, but that's insignificant.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen in the vast majority
Okay, I'm
of
sorry.
cases.
All right.
So
But
how are they going to be able to influence the child when they're somebody else's child? Do they have to hang out and just give them things at certain times, tell them things at certain times, teach them certain things? What do they got to do?
Dad, keep in mind, it's magic. They'll figure a way out.
Well,
They just
yeah.
need to get it said person and put them in the sacred waters or the Wong Temple. They'll get them back
Well,
to
you can
normal.
wait to do that until they're an adult.
Yeah, that's what they usually do.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. That usually means the memories
Right. And
They
that means
forged-
it doesn't
in that time
right.
are erased too. Oh, come on!
What the heck happened?
Like, I had,
Why did our light go out?
I've had a problem with this earlier.
Oh,
While you were getting up here. Yeah, I just had to repeatedly push the button and hold it down until it worked.
Oh, well, it's okay. There's enough light. People
Yeah.
can see us. So, anyway. So, what memory gets erased? Why would any part of their memory get erased?
The Wongs have the pride of gods.
Okay, but why would memories be erased when they're put into those sacred waters?
Because it rarely happens. They really need to worry about something like that happening.
Worried about what happening?
The amnesia thing.
Right,
Because,
right.
amnesia doesn't
So
happen that often.
whatever they forgot will still be forgotten, but they'll remember everything else.
Yeah, they remember who they truly are. They don't remember the person they were.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They also have looking down upon others. Because
Why?
as the Wongs, they must look down on people who are more, into not advancing.
What do you mean?
The Wongs are warriors. They never fall behind the times. They are always moving forward, advancing.
In what ways are they advancing?
Weaponry, reclothing, lifestyles. Those, you name it, they'll advance.
What do they consider an advancement? You need to cut those nails.
Yeah, I'm meaning to.
Way too.
Though I just haven't found the time to. Mainly because it keeps slipping my mind.
Mm. Okay. But still, go over what you were going to say.
You see, the Wongs, the main 13,
Mm.
they are the 13 brothers.
Okay.
If you're curious, they're numbered based on the month they were born.
So two of them were born in the same month.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see,
And one of them could be born on a leap year.
are you in the leap year?
February 29th. Once every 4 years is a leap year. And if they're born on February 29th and the other one's born like February 12th or whatever, they're born in the same month, but one of them celebrates their birthday every year. The other one only gets to celebrate their birthday once every 4 years,
How does that work?
depending on the family you're in. I don't know. Just some families are
weird.
regrettably weird that way. Mm.
The 13 thing just represent and they were born like the 2nd of January, on the 2nd January month.
There's only one month of January.
Yeah. The 13 thing mainly means he was born
In the same month as somebody else.
Yeah. That would be Mushu.
Okay, he's born in the same month as who?
As his elder brother. I haven't thought of names for them.
Oh, okay.
So far, all I got for the younger brother is something like...
Why are these 13 Wongs? What are they called as a group?
The 13 Wong brothers. Their father, you haven't exactly gotten a clear name from. So far, all I can get is Poison.
That's not good.
He's the just
So are
powerful and
these
feared
people
of the Wong.
evil?
It's kind of like the Greek gods. Most of what they do is mostly self-pleasure. Sure, and what they
that's
desire to
gross.
do.
But
do
Target
advance and modernize.
decided he was going to help humanity?
Yeah, be more, helpful than, and like the rest of his brothers who are more into, bloodshed, battles, and all that stuff.
That's kind of horrible.
Yeah. The Wongs, the brothers.
So he's going to end up fighting his brothers a time or two.
Yeah. Well, his younger brother.
I thought you said he was the youngest.
No. Oh. I said they were numbered by the months.
Right,
They were
but
born
I
in.
thought you said Target was the youngest.
No, he just shares his birthday with his eldest.
Shares his birthday. They were born on the same day?
No,
In different years?
they were born in the same month of different years.
Okay. But, so I don't understand what he's sharing with his brother then, because he's not sharing a birthday.
Think of it like Elizabeth, Abigail, and Annalise. They don't have the exact same birthday. They just have the same birthday party.
Well, yeah.
So think of it like that, Dad.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but
They celebrate at the same time.
all right, but he's not the youngest.
That would be. Yeah, I based him out of Zeus. Who is the youngest of the Olympians, but tends to appear as the oldest because of his old man appearance. And he can turn into a younger version of himself. He just likes the old guy version because he likes beating people when he appears like an old man. It's funny to him.
Okay. So, explain now why Target decided to do things differently.
Because he's tired of these stupid Crusaders, these Mongols. I'm referencing in races of people who have done warmongering. And remember the Mongols?
Yeah, every
Those are the
race
great
has done
crusaders.
that everywhere throughout time.
Yeah. And he has seen the effects we've all been doing for several years.
Right. Even several lifetimes.
Yeah.
So then he decided he didn't like it all of a sudden?
Opinions change all the time, and people understand that
Actually,
they should treat their
opinions are
master
very
often.
hard to change in a lot of things, because most people, when they're thinking a certain way,
Yeah,
they're
he still
locked
hit-
onto it.
He still has
Usually
his
it's
pride.
some kind of event or something that's happened that causes them to change their view on a subject.
Mm-hmm. He was the one who lost his memory, and his brothers had to help him regain it.
Okay.
And that's the only actual time it's really happened. Which is why they didn't really use the water for that. And it was mostly drinking or bathing.
So the brothers are okay with taking care of each other.
Yeah.
As long as they're on the same side, or what are they?
Same page and such.
Right. So now that Target's gone off the reservation, so to speak, how are his other brothers treating him?
Well, I haven't communicated yet.
Well, do you?
and her brother, others like them, have been around for centuries.
Right.
They'll probably try to understand this first, and then try to kill each other. Not that they can, and they'll just come back a little later. And curious, because their father's the one who invented their techniques and styles. It was the martial arts. Target, or Mushu Wong, is the one who perfected them.
Why is he named Mushu? You
It was
know
a-
that's a dish that you eat, right?
It was a reference to a Disney film.
Yeah, I know. They did that as a joke to call that little dragon Mushu.
Is that they took him out of the live action remake? Like, I imagine
Yeah,
it would have worked.
That's kind of dumb that they took it out.
Yeah.
Because one of the principles, one of the premises of the thing is that she had a little helper kind of get her to where she needed to be.
Admittedly, Mushu probably wasn't that helpful all the time, but he did try.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure his voice acted by a black guy.
His voice actor was Eddie Murphy,
Who was that?
a comedian.
And he was...
He's been in a lot of movies, like I think you watched one of the ones that he was in, the Babysitters Club or whatever it was.
So what was his skin color exactly? Out of curiosity.
He's a black man.
Okay, just checking. Because he
Doesn't
had the deep
really
voice
matter.
you usually associate with black people for some strange reason. I just can't seem to get it out of my head.
That is odd. And also racist.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean for anything
Because
wrong.
our lineage goes back all the way to Africa, sub-Saharan Africa. So some of us were black.
And we kind of still technically are black, except we
Yes.
do appear very white.
Yes.
And in the light of that thing, we kind of appear yellow at the moment, see?
I don't understand what you just said.
If you look at the camera, you see that we're shining, being a yellow color at the moment.
The hue has changed because we don't have that light.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much all it is. Are you okay?
I kind of look like I have jaundice on my face. And
You-
everywhere.
You definitely don't. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end for now. So then we'll give you more time to think about
Yeah.
stuff.
If curious, Target is also his blindness is also referencing things like Hoth. Remember him from
He's
Norse
an
mythology?
Egyptian god.
No, that's Thoth.
No, there's
Hoth.
also a Hoth in
No.
the Egyptian
No.
gods.
Oh, Hoth from the Norse mythology. He's the blind god and brother to Balder.
Oh, okay. He's the one that shot the arrow that
Yeah.
killed Balder. Okay. Nobody punished him for that.
It was mainly Loki who caused the whole fiasco.
And how is it possible that a god, if they're a real god, would be blind?
Everyone has disabilities. It seems
No.
the Hoth is no different.
If you have super healing and you're supposedly immortal, why would you be blind?
Does it matter?
That's a different discussion.
You know, or the Wong could sometime, Mushu, who would cut himself off the Wong by blinding himself.
Why?
It's to symbolize I no longer sees things in their way.
You would not.
It's
Burn
referencing
out
Cain,
your own
too.
eyes. How does it reference Cain? Cain wasn't blind.
Cain is blind in the movie John Wick. He states that he gave his eyes to the High Council.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're trying to make him more like, a character similar to that. Okay, I can understand that now.
Yeah.
All right.
And, all his techniques are like controlling the flow of one's attacks and such. Shooting their attacks back at them, and making them miss.
Okay. Well,
It's causing them excruciating pain.
okay. Well, that's enough for now, and we can come back to it
Yeah.
next time, okay? All right. Love you.